Hello, creative people. Thank you for joining me. My name is Nash. I'm going to be your artist today, and I'm really excited to talk to you. It's kind of a weird time, isn't it, where you don't necessarily see a lot of people or meet a lot of new people. So we're meeting probably for the first time. Today we're going to do a piece of art that's just really about emotions. I know, we're going to talk about your feelings. Nobody loves that conversation. But it's important, especially right now, because things are just so kind of out of whack. So we're going to do some expression through art, and I'm going to take you through an exercise, super simple. It does not need to be perfect. No art is perfect. It's part of the fun, right? There aren't any real rules that you have to follow in what I'm going to show you. I just want you to express yourself. This is going to be really personal. So take a deep breath. Let it all the way out. Now, what I'm going to ask you to do is either go somewhere quiet by yourself, or if you can't do that, just ask the people around you to be really respectful of your time and your space, and to give you some space to do this, because it may be something you don't want to share with everyone else. It's really more about you and you just kind of discovering these things, and not so much about other people and their opinions. People and their opinions. There's a lot of that in there. Meh. Sometimes art just needs to be kept to yourself. It's a therapy. Now, I am not a therapist, okay? I'm an artist, so just want to make sure everybody knows. I do not have a degree in psychology. I'm just an artist. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip my camera so that you can see my paper, and we're going to get started. So do me a favor while I'm doing that. Grab your paper and your colored pencils, and we'll get going. Just a second. Okay. This might be slightly crooked because my tripod isn't necessarily playing nice. But I think you can see pretty much my whole paper here. Now I'm going to be drawing upside down, so bear with me because this flips the image whenever we're doing it this way. So that's okay. The first thing that I want you to do is grab a pencil. Any of your colored pencils are fine, or if you have a regular pencil out you want to use, that's cool. And the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to come down about a third of the way on your paper, say about right here, and you're going to come down another third. We'll say it's about right here. We're going to make a line, a really casual line. Doesn't need to be anything perfect. It doesn't have to be exact. Just make your lines, okay? Now, this is the important part. We're going to talk about volcanoes, emotional volcanoes. Do you ever just get so frustrated you feel like you're going to erupt? I know I have. And you have to figure out a way to kind of calm that down, or maybe you're walking around like a volcano that could erupt at any time, and you don't know how to deal with that. So that's kind of what we're going to talk about today. And maybe you're somebody who feels pretty calm and you're chill and you don't really have that problem, or at least you don't think so. We still want to dig a little deeper today and find out if you have anything you're harboring that you need to deal with. So, first thing I want you to do is just grab one of your pencils, any color. Again, there's no right or wrong here, just whatever. I'm going a little bit true to form. I'm going to use a brown. So, if this is the top of your paper, I want you to come down to this first line, and I want you just to draw kind of a volcano, rocky shape here. Nothing perfect, just a loose sketch of what could be a volcano. Yeah? So take just a minute to do that. Okay. So this will be right above the line. We're going to do kind of the top of the volcano where the lava comes out, right? Good. This is kind of the bottom. We're just going to put a little casual line here. This is where we can't see the bottom, way deep down. Okay, don't color this in yet or anything like that. We're going to leave that open. And so here's the next step. The first section we're going to start with our emotions is up top. This area is going to represent what we show to other people on a regular basis. So I'm going to say, sometimes we think we don't show deeper emotions, and we do. I'm sure if you talk to anyone else about this, they'll be happy to tell you. So let's say at the top here, we put in the word calm. So maybe to everyone, I think I seem pretty calm. And again, I'm writing upside down, so don't judge me. So maybe calm is one of the things that I show. Maybe, let's go. My favorite color is green, so I'm looking for one of those. What's your favorite color, I wonder? Maybe on top I seem just super happy. Maybe everybody's like, oh, Nash seems real happy. You know, she just seems happy. And I am a lot. A lot of times I am happy. Let's find a blue. Maybe, what's another thing that you showed everyone else? Maybe you're the type of person who pretends like you don't care. Maybe you seem uncaring. I care too much, and I'm pretty sure I don't hide that at all, so I'm not going to add that to mine, but you could. Maybe everybody thinks you're irritable, you know. Maybe you seem that way, but this is about what you think you project to other people. So I think most people think I'm pretty calm, pretty happy. I'm very honest, right? I like to just tell people exactly what I really feel in a nice way, okay? But calm, happy, honest. Let's do one more. Let's think of 4 different things that we're pretty sure we project and show to everybody on the outside. I would say a lot of people probably think that I'm a really positive person. Positive. Hopefully you can see that okay. Sorry about my hand in the shadow there. So positive, happy, calm, and honest. Those are the 4 up here. So, you know, if you need to pause this video, if I'm going too fast, that's totally fine. Pause it, work on this top section, put as many things in here as you want. I'm just doing 4 for the sake of this video, but you can do as many as you'd like. And so now we're going to move on. Once you're finished with that, come back to me and we're going to do step 2. So on section 2 is the inside of the volcano. It's not out here because this is still the outside world. It's inside, right? So on the next surface level, maybe I'm going to look at these and, you know, everybody thinks I look calm, right? Maybe they think I'm calm, I'm not worried about anything. Underneath, where I hide some things, is a big, huge worry. Worry, 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 worry. I worry a lot. It's not helpful, just so you know. But it is something that I do. I'm a planner. I'm a Virgo. We like things to be just so I'm picky. But I worry about things. I want things to go well. I want people to be happy. And so that's something that I carry under the surface. I try to hide it a little bit. I don't know if my husband, he would tell you that I don't do a good job of hiding it from him. But that's why he's my husband. So he gets to endure some of that. That's love. All right. So the next thing I'm going to say, honest. I am very honest. Sometimes I'm too honest and maybe I hurt people's feelings a little bit. I don't mean to do that. I try to be kind at all times. But with my honesty, sometimes when I'm being honest, underneath I'm feeling worried again, maybe about the person, or maybe I'm feeling frustration. Frustration could be that they're going through something and I'm having to tell them, hey, this is what you need to do if they've asked for my advice. Or maybe I'm frustrated because I've given them this advice many times and they never take it. We all know somebody who's like that. So I would say that goes with the honesty thing. Positivity, I come across real positive because that's how I try to live my life. And most of the time that's my reaction, is to try to find a silver lining in whatever situation that I've gone through. But sometimes when I can seem positive on the outside, underneath I have some serious anxiety. Writing upside down is not simple. I'm going under just a little. Anxiety. Let's hope I spelled that right. Anyway, anxiety is definitely something that I have a lot of, and I try to hide it in my little volcano, and I try not to let it come up to the surface. So that's my one for positivity, is anxiety. Happy. This is a loaded one for me. I am a happy person in general, but I'll share with you that I've been through a lot of heartache and disappointment in my life. I've also been extremely blessed many times. So I feel like I need to just enjoy the positive things and feel good about those and try to focus on those. But I can tell you for certain, without question, that even though most of the time people think, oh, Nash, she's so happy, there is a huge ball of sadness. I'm just going to put sad. There's a huge ball of sad here. I've had a lot of loss. And most recently, last November, my sister died at the age of 42. Kind of unexpected. And it's been really hard to get over. Have you been through anything like that? Or have you just had maybe a rough few months with all this COVID-19 stuff? Good old Rona ruining your day. Maybe some of you are sad. Maybe you're frustrated, worried, you have some anxiety. So these are the emotions that are connected to these that I hide, and I project this more than I show this. You have to get real close to me to see this. Now, finish that part, come back to me, and we're going to go down here. It's going to get pretty serious. If you're having a hard time with this exercise because it feels too emotional or you need to take a break, that's fine. You can do that, but please come back to it because it's really important that we address these things. This part's going to get a little heavy, okay? So down here, this is where we really push down emotion, really hide what we're feeling. And I'll tell you that I try not to let anger bubble. But I can tell you that I have definite anger. Now, I'm going to choose not to get into my own personal beliefs here because that's not what we're here for. But there's a lot of things happening in our world today that make me very angry. That I wish people could just grow up and not treat each other poorly. And that makes me angry. Or sometimes I don't have any reason to be angry, but I kind of feel it anyway. It's like it's way down in there, but I can feel it start to kind of bubble up here a little bit, right? So there's definitely some anger way deep down. Maybe deep down in your section of this, maybe there's some hurt. Maybe you've been through something recently or even a long time ago, and you're hurt. Your sadness, deep down, it comes from hurt. You've been hurt by someone. You've been hurt by a friend. You've been hurt by yourself. Maybe you've hurt yourself in some way, and you need to kind of deal with that, and you need to figure out why. But hurt, I think, is underneath for a lot of us. And I think for me, one of the big ones that I'm going to put down here is grief. I hope you can still see what I'm doing here. Grief. Lots of grief. I've lost a lot of people. And when someone dies, and you know that's, permanent. When it comes to our physical being here, we're not going to be bringing them back here. That's hard. So grief is definitely the underlying cause, too, of sadness for me. Okay, so take a second to finish that and then come back to me. All right, so now you've done your emotional volcano. How often does your volcano erupt? Does it ever erupt? Are you one of those people that never lets all of this come up? You never share any of this with anybody? It's like you're really able to keep it way down here. Maybe you're somebody who can keep all this away, but maybe this stuff kind of comes up. I think that's more me. I'm more of someone who I can hold this stuff pretty far down, but here, meh, that stuff kind of starts to bubble up and come out, right? Let's let this stuff come up and come out. Got to deal with this. But you also have to deal with this. Because what happens with volcanoes is the pressure builds and builds and builds and builds and builds. And then one day, there it goes. Do this part. Let it out. Let yourself kind of feel it. Don't worry about how it looks. Just do it. What if all this came up? What happens if all this just kind of comes up, bubbles up, boils over? Guess what? We can't really see anymore. Any of this. Any of this. It's all just kind of come up and melded together. That's okay. It happens. But what I'm going to encourage you to do next time, you're feeling all these things just sort of rising, bubbling, it's about to just explode. Sit down with a piece of paper and your pencils and do this again. Write down how you feel. You can throw this away, you can rip it into pieces, you can, don't burn it, no fire. But you can get rid of it, but you need to get it out. If you feel like there's anybody that you can actually talk to, then this is a really good way for you to get this out. Or maybe you draw this out and you hand this to your mom or dad or your friend or your brother or sister, or maybe, somebody that is a mentor to you, and you say, this is kind of what I've been dealing with, this is how I'm feeling. Or maybe you don't want to share it with anybody but yourself, and that's okay too. It's all about recognizing what your underlying feelings are and dealing with those before you erupt, right? Okay. So that was today's exercise. I hope it made you think a little bit about how you've been feeling and what you've been repressing, and if you're being honest about how you feel with those around you so that they know what's going on with you, because that is important, guys. It's really important. Listen, I'm going to flip this back up here. Just a second. Whoop, me again. I'm proud of you, because this isn't an easy thing to do, to face your feelings. But art is a great way to do that. It's a great cathartic process. So take that other piece of paper you should have 4 in your box. Take that other piece of paper and just draw some things out. Let some of that stuff out. And take care of yourselves. And be good to yourselves and to other people. Stay safe. Stay blessed.